Looks like we have another cool vampire movie in theaters. I have my onion, so I'm ready to talk about some vampires. Hello everyone, I'm Jay Mare and welcome to my review of the new vampire movie Abigail. And this vampire movie is directed by the horror directors duo Matt Bettinelli Olpin and Taylor Gillett. This is a horror directors duo we already known as movies from Ready or Not, but also more recently from the latest two Scream movies, Scream 5 and Scream 6. And I actually really like the work of these two men, because Ready or Not was a very pleasant surprise that came out of nowhere. Really had a blast with that movie. Scream 5 had high hopes for it, for the return of Ghostface. Not a fan of that movie, but Scream 6 was a lot of fun. And that is what these directors do. They make horror, fun movies. So now they're gonna do a vampire movie. And I'm a big fan of vampire movies. Maybe after the slasher subgenre, vampire is my go-to horror movie genre. And it looks like a very entertaining, fun vampire movie. And that is exactly what it is. Abigail is a great vampire movie. And for a horror movie, it actually has a big cast. We have names like Melissa Barrera. We also know her from the Scream movies. But we also have Dan Stevens, Kevin Durant, Catherine Newton, also a young actress in the horror genre, Giancarlo Esposito, and also Angus Cloud, an actor who sadly passed away not so long ago. An actor that I know from Euphoria, very great actor. Wish to see some more stuff of his. But very glad that we could see him in a vampire movie. And we also have, what is her name? Aisha Ware. And Aisha Ware plays the kid, the vampire kid. The vampire ballerina who we know as Abigail. And the movie really focuses on this vampire kid, but also on Joey. And Joey is a character that is played by Melissa Barrera. And she joins this team of misfits, basically criminals of all kinds. And they form a team, a bit like Reservoir Dogs style, all kinds of characters from other backgrounds, other places in the world. They come together for this one job. They got fake names and then they go each on their own way with the money. That's basically Reservoir Dogs in a vampire movie. And that's what these characters are. And they come together, they do this job. The job involves kidnap this ballerina kid from this rich dude and then hide her for 24 hours in this big mansion. But obviously the kid is not what it seems to be. She's a vampire and they are trapped with the vampire ballerina. That's the movie. And I can say this because this is basically what we got from the trailer. The trailer gives away a lot of plot. That is a shame if trailers do that. So I did not really like that, but that is the story we got before we see the movie. And I have to say, based on the plot, on the story, I really love this movie. This is a very cool premise, just some dudes and girls and these random characters, misfits, put them in a place together, that's entertaining enough, and then they have to deal with the vampire. That's a great movie, that's a great story, and the directors made a fantastic, awesome, entertaining movie of it. And also my biggest plus I can give this movie are the characters. I really like these characters. I like every character on their own, each with their own characteristics and personalities, and it was really cool to see them interact with each other. The dynamics they have, especially the characters that are played by Kevin Durant and Catherine Newton, two actors I really like. Their chemistry, their interactions, they are very funny. There is a lot of humor in this movie also, but the humor works. It's not annoying comedy or so. It's really fun. And that's what I also want to say. Horror movies doesn't have to be per se scary movies. It's fun that they go for the scare factor, but horror can be fun as well, and that is what this movie is. It's a fun horror movie, and that's because of these characters. Also, our main character, Joey, played by Melissa Barrera, she's a fantastic lead character. We really go on this journey, on this night with this character. And for a moment in the movie, I was really wondering what's gonna be the order that these characters are gonna be eliminated, because this is a horror movie. Characters die. That's always the case in a horror movie, mostly anyways. Unfortunately, I could tell the order in which the characters were eliminated. So I was really hoping for a surprise, something I did not saw coming, but that was not the case in this movie. Also, great vampire stuff. It's a great vampire ballerina. She makes the movie also entertaining, and I really love the gore effects because these directors really went for the gore. We see some bodies explode, even blood all over the place. It's a gore fest at a certain point, so I was really loving that. However, I have a negative in this movie because I was loving the movie until the third act. I was really entertained by this movie. But the third act, I don't know, maybe there were some directions in the story or choices they made story-wise for the plot that I was not really a fan of. They were kind of losing me when the third act was playing out. Because everything before that, awesome stuff, but I don't know, the third act didn't do it for me. And that's the only negative I actually have, because I really had a good time with this movie. So if you are into vampire movies and you want to have a fun, entertaining horror movie that's not necessarily with big scare factors, give Abigail a watch. Maybe you will have a blast with this movie, even if you're not really into horror movies. Abigail is a great vampire movie. And since last year with the last Voyage of the Demeter, now Abigail, I think vampire movies are really making a comeback, and I am loving it for it. But these were my thoughts on the movie Abigail. Always be free to share your thoughts on this movie below in the comments. Would love to read those. And if you want to see more reviews of me in the future, always be welcome to subscribe to my channel. And till the next time.